I don't know where it stopped, but I've uh, I've got the valve spring compressor pressed down to where the keepers go. So what I want to do is get my magnet, and I've got a little bit of axle grease. So I grab the keeper, make sure that the fat wide part is oriented towards the top, like this, and I dipped it in a little bit of grease. So once I get it on there, it'll stay in place. I like to just get it on there with the magnet and then try and use my finger to just slide it down to where it belongs. And it's a little bit fiddly, and sometimes falls down too far and you gotta do it again. That's why I come straight in and push it down into place. Get it on there, use my finger to get the magnet off, and then push that little guy down. There, it's in place. The grease is kind of holding it in place. Again, I got that like that. I'm going to dip it in just a little bit of the axle grease, or whatever grease that is. Just some grease. You can wipe it. It's going to come off anyway. It's going to ooze out. So again, put it on there. Press my finger against it, and try and get the magnet to pull away. Oh. I didn't get enough grease on the other keeper, and it's starting to come off. So I'm going to fiddle with it a little bit. Push that one around back. It's always easier to work with them on the front. So once you get one on, push it around to the back. It'll stay in place if you have enough grease on it, which I didn't, so that's why I'm fiddling with this. The more light you have, the better too. Okay, I got that in place. Now I got to do the other two on the other valve. A little bit tedious, but this is saving me probably thousands of dollars doing it myself. I ordered a new valve cover gasket set, new Vanos gasket set, the gasket. Also, even though it wasn't rattling, I bought the Vanos seals and rattle kit because while I have this apart, I might as well. And I might do a video on that. And there's a bunch of them on the internet. But again, if you're subscribed to me and you catch it on my channel, then that's awesome. That's why I put them up, in case you want to watch me instead of somebody else. Not that I've got a great show going on. Just trying to pass on some info. So that's how I learn how to do a lot of my stuff. Learning from other guys out there that are doing the same thing. And again, the other keeper popped off. That can be very tedious. Of course, I've had better luck on the last few, but since I'm videotaping, it's giving me a hard time and taking longer. And you can just fast forward if you need to me backing all this off. Got the other one on, but this one came off. So I'm going to swing it around to the back so I can put this one on the front where I can get access. Put it on with the magnet and hold it with my finger. Okay, so I dropped one of my keepers. First one again out of the whole job that I dropped, and it went down under the car. That's why you definitely have to put some paper towels over these holes, these oil valleys, and you got to be really careful because I know you guys don't have a bunch of engines laying around that you can pull a keeper off of. I do, but I still don't want to have to take one apart just to get a keeper. So be very careful. And here we go, backing it off. All the keepers are in place. So when I release the pressure from the valve spring tool, compression tool, the keepers are going to hold the springs in place. Obvious stuff, but some of you might not know about that, but I'm just kind of talking as I go. I want to make sure these come off smooth, and I don't want to take them off all the way until I see the keepers slide down into their home, because the spring is under pressure a lot, and if it flies off, all your stuff is going to go flying, and you're going to be hurting because your keeper will probably go flying somewhere and you'll never find it. So definitely want to be careful, make sure. And I've been wiping the grease off the top of here. Probably doesn't matter, but I've been marking each one as I've done them up until these last ones, just to make sure if I walk away I know where I left off. I just took a little paint pen and painted the top. Get all these paper towels out of here, and now I'm just gonna put my spark plug back in. Or actually no, I've got to make sure I stay in top dead center for the rest of the installation. But that's my video on, put that guy in there. That's my video for valve spring seal, valve seal replacement. Thanks for watching, and I'll try and keep you informed on the next thing I do if it helps you out. Please subscribe if you haven't already.